Hey guys, what's up? This is gonna be chapter 2, and right after you create your soundtrack, I'm guessing you should have everything recorded, because before you even start your project, you should record everything, or at least get your song done. So either or, record everything, get your song done, or get your song done, then record everything. And when I mean record everything, I mean like just record all your first person shots, like these. No need to record the what's it called? The free roams, because you don't want to record stuff that you're not gonna need. But the reason why I recorded all the frags was because I knew I was going to I knew it would be better if I recorded everything and then work with it after, because I knew everything was recorded. I didn't need to log back on. I could work easier, I guess, on myself. Also note that I'm recording in 1024, 768, 29.97 frames. I think when I was a beginner back then, I would record at 32 because SF would run at 32, but no, it's better to record at 29.97. Okay, now, okay, so the first thing you want to do is make a new sequence and do the HDV 720p 30 frames a second. This is very important. It's 1280 by 720, 1280 pixels wide by 720 pixels high, running at 30 frames a second. That's basically the only thing that, or the main thing that really matters right now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna name this tutorial. This is gonna be the main sequence. Everything's gonna be laid out. This is their timeline. This is the sequencing of all the clips. Okay, so first we want to go to import our clips, all the clips that we have recorded. I'm gonna use this one. You can set in and out points using the I key, or hit this button, and the out key, or hit the O button. Okay, now I'm just going to drag the clip onto video audio 1. I'm gonna zoom in here with plus and zoom out with minus, and I'm also gonna add my soundtrack just for the heck of it. That would be in audio, the mix. Actually, this is like 8 minutes, so I'm just gonna cut the soundtrack in, and I'm not gonna set an out point. And I'm just gonna drag the audio and put it on audio 2. Think about it as layering your tracks. That's basically it. Okay, so there we go. Looks pretty synced up. The so whatever. This is rough edit. Just pretend now. Let's add one more clip. I'm just gonna use the I'm gonna use the short ones because it just works out better. And again, these in and out points are already set. I'm just gonna drag it on. Okay, so for example, there's a gap right here, in this white spot. There's a gap there. There we're gonna fill in a little free roam. Okay. I haven't even tested how long it is, but I'm guessing it's like 3 seconds. Okay, you should like test it, run it through. Okay, whatever. That's like 4 seconds. So pretend everything's all sequenced out. We're not gonna focus on like cropping or doing whatever. Just you want to leave it alone. Just leave it alone for now, and we're gonna go to After Effects. We're gonna crop and color in there. Okay. The reason why I do coloring after the sequencing is because this way I know what clips I will need to sequence, or I mean not sequence, but color and crop. Okay, because there's a whole bunch of clips in here that I didn't even use in USF Cessation, but I didn't even color those. I only colored the ones that were on the timeline. Okay, so we see we have Absolute 0, 2, and Sauce. So we're gonna color one of these clips just for the sake of this tutorial. Or we might even color both. Okay, so let's go to Absolute 0, 2. Wherever it is, it's all alphabetical order. We're going to locate this in Explorer. And here we are. It highlights it for you because that's how great Premiere is. And let's go into After Effects. We're going to import the clip. I'm just going to drag and drop it there. It'll import. Give it some time. There we go. We're going to select the clip and we're going to drag and drop it onto new comp. The reason for this is because now the compositions have the same settings, same time, same frame rate, okay? Next, we want to select the composition, go Composition Settings, and we're going to use the preset. Basically, that changes it to 1280-720, retaining the frame rate and duration. Okay, very important. We get the same bars on the side. We're just going to select the clip. We're going to right-click, transform, scale to the width. That's just going to stretch it out to the width proportionally without squishing it. Okay. Next, let's take a look here. You see we have some issues. We're cutting off the top and we're cutting off the bottom. We're going to have to play around with the proportion here a bit, but your results will be much better. Okay. So hit S, Shift P, select your clip. Unlink it and go like 1/16, scale Y. That's scaling the Y-axis 1/16. And then we're just going to move this down something like that. Just going to full screen it. I could move it up a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm hitting the tilde key. That's the little squiggly line thing, just as full screener. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to make a new adjustment layer, and I'm going to call this the Mojo. The Mojo. That's, oops. This is actually a plugin from Magic Bullet, just like looks, but it's Mojo. You see? Mojo. It gives a little mojo to your clip. And there's some presets here, but, like I said, I do not like presets. Let's go back to the reset. I like to make my own. Basically, someone asked me, what particular settings do you use for coloring your footage? And to answer that, none. I do not have any particular settings because I basically make my colors based off what I see. Meaning, I just whatever looks good to me, I'll just go with it because that's how I think it should be. I mean, there's no rule book for it. I mean, maybe there's like a general rule book that says what should be colored, what should not be, but this works best for me. So that looks pretty good for now. Next, I'm going to make a new adjustment layer. I'm going to call this one Looks. I notice a lot of people using this over heavily a lot. I'm just using it very lightly, so we're going to apply Looks, and we're going to add a matte LS White 60. Just pop it on there. Play with the play with it a bit. Okay, so it's looking like pretty good now. And I'm going to add a subject lift gamma gain. This is again just playing around with it. Okay, one more thing I'm going to add is a post auto shoulder. Okay, so what it does is see if we can. Okay, here's a spot right here. I'm going to turn it off for now. Okay, so you see right here, there's like this bright spot. If we turn it on, you see it blocks out the overly white spots, so it doesn't look so. I guess it's just an opinion or something. It's just how I would prefer it. Okay, I'm gonna add one more thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is because right now I'm just going with the flow. I'm just like, I'm just going with whatever I want, basically. Just gonna warm it up a bit on the top. More like 0.3. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Not even gonna play with that. I'm gonna click OK. So there we go. First step, we have Mojo. Then we have Looks. And then we're going to make a new adjustment layer. Let's call this Curves. This part is totally optional because you could use the curves in Magic Bullet Looks, but I like the curves in After Effects. They just look a whole lot better. So we're just gonna add something that'll look good, hopefully. Like I said, it's optional. Just make it look however you want. Let's go into the green. Let's just add a very little bit of mid-tone greens. Actually, that's a little too much. Go into the blue and just kick up some blue there. Okay, so here we go. Curves. Just adds a nice little coloring there. It's not a lot, but you know, it's just personal preference, whatever you want. Okay, so that's the coloring. Now we're gonna make a new adjustment layer. Let's call this the color me or something. I'm gonna take Mojo. The reason why I took Mojo first is because this is the first thing we applied. So we're gonna basically stack these onto one layer. Okay, stack all these three effects onto one layer. Take the Mojo and we're going to cut it, Control X, and paste it here. Okay, so that's Mojo. Ignore what's going on here. Take Looks, Control X, and then paste it here. Take the Curves, Control X, and then paste it here. And then we can delete these layers because they're blank. Okay, so now I'm just gonna minimize everything. Alright, so now take the Curves, Looks, Mojo, Control click on them, drag them onto the effects and presets. And then you're going to save them into C, Program Files, Adobe, After Effects, Support Files, Presets. I just made a folder called Soldier Front, and just call this Colorize. Oops, Colorize. Okay, it's going to save into the Animation Presets folder. Okay, so let's delete these and show you what just happened. Basically, we made a new adjustment layer, and now if we go to Animation Presets, into Soldier Front, it was colorized. Just drag and drop that onto Color Me. There we go. It instantly applies the Mojo, the Looks, and the Curves. The Mojo, the Looks, and the Curves. Actually, I don't even need the curves, so you can just shut it off for now. Now, one more thing, you're going to hit P and S. Okay, we need to make a preset out of this, so we're going to click Position, Control click Scale, drag and drop. Save it into the Soldier Front. Let's call this Crop SF. Okay. So there we go. Saves it. Now we're gonna just import that sauce clip. That would be here. Drag New Comp. Select Sauce Composition Settings. Preset 1280 720 29.97 frames a second. Okay. Now go to Animation Presets. Soldier Front, and then it was Crop SF or something like that. New adjustment layer, and then Colorize. There we go. So it takes the same color settings again. This is not the same map, so yeah. Feel free to play around with the curves or something, or even the looks or the Mojo. You know, something like I have no idea. You know, but there you go. That's how you make color presets and how I colorize the footage for Cessation. Now this is chapter 2, so we're gonna move on to chapter 3. Stay tuned for that, guys. Please do subscribe. I'm trying to think of new content for you guys. Okay, but for now, I'll see you guys next time, and tell me what you think about this tutorial. Bye, guys.
I see you together. Let's get 'em. Hey, I own the night and I don't need no help. Gotta be the feeling that Scarface feel. Starting going wild, can't handle this pain. Fight for the club, arrogant like yeah.